Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. The crypto prices have been falling today, about 10% for most of the coins, and it has left a lot of people to wonder what is going on. Well guys, if you like digital assets and would like to know more about them, make sure you press the like button and subscribe to support the channel, and also comment down below what coins you like the most. Real reasons behind the 10% Bitcoin price crash revealed by analysts. For those who are wondering why the Bitcoin price is down 10%, the writing was on the wall. Contents: Plus token keeps unloading BTC, and bad guys pull all the strings. So actually, it was not only a bad day for Bitcoin slash the cryptocurrency space, it was also quite a bad day for most of the indexes. So right here on the Dow Jones, you can actually see that a move is on the way here, guys. As I told you guys before, we've been about 12 years without a big recession, and I guess the last big move here was around 30th of November 2018, when the prices also fell down ridiculously far. But for the rest, this is really one of the biggest moves we've made in a very, very long time. It was looking like something could happen here again on a shorter term, but if you check out the 5-year chart here, it definitely looks like something quite big that's happening here. Same goes for the S&P here. They're down so far in comparison to before that, something might be on the pipeline here. It might really be happening right now, at least something. And together, of course, with the big pandemic that's going on, and if that continues on, of course, we'll see that reflect more in cryptocurrencies as well, good or bad. And gold, like many predicted, is doing pretty damn good right now. Up today, quite a bit. This is actually a 5-year chart. If we check today, the 30 days, you can see it's doing pretty good for themselves right around these days. Continuing forward though, the price of Bitcoin has tanked by more than 10% over the last 24 hours, touching an intraday low of $8,169. At the time of writing, the embattled coin is sitting at $8,336. The most recent collapse surely caught many traders off guard, with more than $92 million worth of longs liquidated in a span of one brutal hour. However, the writing was on the wall for eagle-eyed analysts who followed the money of Plus token scammers. Now, I actually have not gotten it on Twitter for some reason. I don't know how. For some reason I lost it. I thought I had the tweet open, closed it for some reason, but I wanted to show you guys on Twitter a couple of people really just pumping this out all day, saying how they lost money because of this scandal, this, that. I had a whole bunch of tweets lined up. I guess I lost them for some reason. But in this case here, bad actors who operated the biggest crypto scheme in history transferred more than 13,000 Bitcoin the day before this massacre happened. According to trader Kevin Svensson, this is not your typical sell-off, since the market is most likely taking a hit from a lone whale. He states that Plus token tries to suppress Bitcoin's every bullish move. Plus token scam moved another 13,000 Bitcoins yesterday, worth 118 million. They also did something similar after BTC crossed above 10,000 this year. They are slamming the market with sell orders. Essentially, we have a giant wheel unloading after every move up. And numerous of massive sell orders on the Bitfinex exchange that were opened just in a span of a few minutes. Doi Wan of Primitive Ventures described Plus token as a sword of Damocles that continues to hang over the cryptocurrency market. So a lot of people said this is the big reason for this huge fall. It's all their fault. Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? Let me know in the comment section down below. But another thing is that bad guys pull all the strings. Of course, the different side to it, but still kind of the same idea. While the idea of Plus token ruling the roost in the crypto market might sound bizarre, it was actually proved by Chainalysis back in December. The crypto sleuth linked the $3 billion scam to every major Bitcoin dump in the second half of 2019. Notably, the Bitcoin price peaked in 2019, right after the Chinese police cracked down on the token. Chainalysis estimated that Plus token had 20,000 more Bitcoin to sell, which might mean that this nightmare might be already over for Bitcoin once the fraudsters cash in all their ill-gotten coins. So I don't know how no authorities are fixing the whole situation. I actually don't know too much about Plus Token insides in terms of, how they get to keep the money from the scams or what exactly the situation is surrounding that. But what I do know here is that them over at Chainalysis do their job really quite well. So if they say they had about 20,000 more BTC left, they most likely really had that left. And it could be that these big moves are now finally over, but it leaves us to all wonder, why are they trying to keep the price down? Why are they trying to push the price down? And why are they selling at such a low point still? Pretty interesting, pretty fascinating. Bitcoin price consolidating is a big move about to happen. Well, March sees slight Bitcoin price gain, at least that's what we thought in the beginning of the month, and ancillary factors will impact market. Completely different side of things, at least that's what it's looking like. Bitcoin price continues to look bearish, yet activity and investing interest continues to grow. So my own 2 cents on that is I've actually seen it. This month here, I got a lot of enthusiasm from a lot of the folks that were not as happy in the last couple of months, even though prices were doing better, which to me showcases that really the move of investing into cryptos is hyping up a little bit again. We might have to check that though with Google Trends to see how many people are searching for it, even though Google Trends normally likes to relate to price. I still think that it's going up over a longer period of time. Analyst Don Alt predicts that Bitcoin is clearly at a crossroads for the near term, but the overall indicator still suggests upward price movement. BTC update yesterday. Re-entered my short at confluent resistance here. I closed this trade last week due to over-eagerness by bears, but my original idea and target still stands. Risking not even half of my earlier profits due to my trade management. BTC update. So far so good. Tighten risk a little bit if the budget or if the much sought out $9,500 level hits. I think we go higher, not lower. Today's weekly close will be interesting. If we close below 87.50, BTC will have had a bearish retest on the monthly, weekly, 3D, and daily timeframes. And a key takeaway from present technicals is the fact that Bitcoin price is far less volatile than it was during February. Well, I mean, that's not the case. It's definitely not less volatile than it was in February. I think maybe because the month has just started that's the case, because I don't really agree with that at all. And ancillary factors will impact the price. Recent news related to the use and adoption has been positive, which has clearly had an impact on market activity. India's Supreme Court ruling in favor of crypto and banking causes prices to jump. If only temporarily, it will have a long-term impact as well. We'll definitely have so. India has a lot of volume, which will most likely translate again. And I guess the same goes for South Korea, which now has a couple of really cool things added to them, which we covered the last couple of days. And also, a lot of real-world uses is going to be coming. Also, the Bitcoin halving is going to be coming. A lot of cool things are on the pipeline, which might bring people some anxiety. And this goes not alone for BTC, but for all these cryptos here. As we know, the coins like to follow. And this is not a move from any of these altcoins specifically, guys. They're all down like 15%, 10%, 15%, 10, 5, 8. All are down. All are down. It's not a single type of thing. So I guess only this coin is up right now. It's a stable coin-ish. But yeah, most coins are definitely quite far down. So don't think, all right, this has something to do with this coin specifically, or they did something bad, they did something good. No, even if it's just within margins of being between minus, I guess, even 3 or minus 3 and minus 15 or even 20, I guess it's just considered normal. There's no real strange things as to why it's going down. It's following the general trend, guys, and there's no avoiding it. If BTC goes down this hard, means a lot of money is flowing out of Bitcoin, and when people are moving money out of Bitcoin, it most of the time means uncertainty in the market, which also makes people grab money out of altcoins, if not quicker than Bitcoin, because this one is a lot more solid and a lot better of a store of value than the other coins, which is pretty logical, but also why prices will most likely be the most stable in BTC, next to, of course, a stable coin. And then, new report indicates Ripple has sold more than 5 billion XRP within 27 months. Just saw this, was a little bit amazed with the severity of how people take this. Got a couple of tweets saying, Dusty, what you think about this? This is completely insane. And they asked me to cover it, or at least give my 2 cents on the situation. Well, according to a new report from XRP Arcade, Ripple has unlocked 27 billion XRP in 27 months. And of course, they returned 21.6 billion back into escrow. The calculation indicates that the fintech company has sold 5.4 billion XRP, an average of 200 million XRP per month. And that leads people to wonder, what are they doing with the money, and is this bad? Well, we kind of went over all the good and bad sides to Ripple selling their XRP, but reality, what they're doing with it, as they have told us, is to broaden the XRP ecosystem, to spread the use of XRP and all things related to that. You know, they spend XRP on XRP, which to a certain extent sounds kind of dumb because you're taking the price down by selling XRP for XRP, right? But in the end, if they're broadening the ecosystem, really, we gotta look critically at this one. Them spending money on XRP or us spending money on XRP, right? They could probably get better adoption going on than any of us individuals could, right? They probably got better connections. They probably can get things done a lot quicker and cheaper than we can. So from that perspective, I do respect the choices, but I also respect the opinion of people finding it stupid that we're supporting a coin which sells so much. I do get the other side of it though, yes. Ripple CTO explains whether XRP can be destroyed is what we'll be talking about in our next video. So make sure you check back later today, guys, because a couple of videos are going to be coming up. And then XRP now net negative against Bitcoin year to date after 2 weak months. Year to date, the price of XRP has increased by around 25% against the USD. Against Bitcoin, it has dropped by 2.5% since January 1st. So at first, XRP was actually looking to have quite a good year. The beginning of the year was really solid. All indicators were looking quite juicy. People were happy because we were up like 50% or so at the start of the year. But right now, even, we're down against BTC year to date, meaning from the start of the year till now, which is not that nice. And we've actually only increased out by 25% against the US dollar from the beginning of the year. But still, put that in perspective, though. We're still up so much then. I actually did not know that. Since the beginning of the year, we're still up quite far is what they're saying here. We're at 21 cents, which is definitely quite low. But if we check here year to date, we started at, I guess 19. The first day, 19.3. Right, that's actually a little bit less than I expected though. But yeah, could be about 10%. I guess 1.9 cents added to it. Yeah, I guess that's kind of fair. It's about, yeah, I think that's about fair. Maybe 15%. It doesn't look to be like 20-some. All right. But that's kind of interesting to see. Maybe this article was posted a couple of hours before we went down this far, which I'm actually assuming now. Because if you look at that, yesterday we were at 24 cents. We dropped down really freaking far, guys. About 15% at some points already today. Really crazy day, but doesn't hurt that much, guys. To me, the bigger picture still stands. We're just going to keep on buying when the price gets to our points that we like. This goes for Bitcoin, this goes for XRP, this goes for coins like Chainlink, this goes for coins like Ethereum. All coins that you think have longevity, Binance Coin, Tezos, things like those, who you think will last for a long time. You can just buy them up at lower price. At least I can just buy them up at lower prices and get my average price down, hopefully, for some of these coins. And then later, once they start to do really, really good, we reap the benefits. So that's why for prices going down, we are able to, I guess, get more out of it. And that's why I'm never afraid of down markets. Unless, of course, there's a coin which I don't know will recover. But if you're within margins here in the top 20, or maybe top 30, top 30, you'll most likely be good if you got a solid coin on your hands. If we're talking about it here, most likely it's quite a solid coin. And so you don't have to be as careful, I personally find. But again, this is not financial advice, just for entertainment purposes only. And make sure you guys enjoy your day after this. Don't forget that if you liked it, you should maybe press the like button. It really supports the channel. And also make sure you subscribe and comment down below what you'd like to see next. And maybe some feedback on the video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody, and have a very, very nice day. Follow me on Twitter.